I'm going to show you the best low back pain exercises you can do from your desk. Research shows us that working at a desk does increase your chances of having chronic low back pain. You may have been told this is because of bad posture or workplace ergonomics, or that the simple solution is just to stand up. But you and me both know that just standing or just sitting is crappy for your body, and you need to move more often. So here are the best exercises you can do from your desk. Oh, and be sure to stick around to the very end because the last exercise I'm going to show you could literally save your life. Hey, real quick, I'm Dr. Anthony Davis, and I empower people with chronic low back pain and sciatica to reclaim the active life they love with a holistic approach to rehab. If you really want to know how to conquer chronic low back pain and sciatica, watch the masterclass below. It's in the description, and I'll see you there. Now, let me show you 5 exercises you can do from your desk to prevent or heal from low back pain. Number 1, squats. Squats are easy to remember because every time that you stand up from your desk, you just did a squat. So the next time you get up to go take a break, just use that as a mental cue to do 10 extra squats every time you're going to leave the room. It's a really simple way to work more movement into your day. Try to get your butt back, reach for your chair, tap it to the floor, and come back up. Of course, I mean tap it to the chair, not the floor. You're not that flexible. Don't worry too much about your posture. Just try to stay somewhat upright and slowly lower and get back up. Also, take your feet wide when you do a squat so that you have room to touch your pelvis down. It gets your hips out of the way so that your low back doesn't have to round like crazy while you're doing a squat. I would try to work in 3 to 5 sets of 10 throughout the day. Just space it throughout your work. Number 2, when you stand up, have an opportunity to take your hands to your hips and do standing extensions. You keep your legs straight the whole time. We slowly press the hips forward and lean the shoulders back. We can do this repeatedly up to 10 times. We're monitoring for symptoms down the leg. So if you have sciatica, and as you do these, the symptoms in the leg become better, right? You have less sciatica down the leg, then this is a good exercise for you to do. If any of these exercises make the sciatica worse, then we want to maybe find a different exercise. And the other thing that you can do here is not just extensions, we can level it up by doing a full circle. So we go sideways, work our way around nice and slowly, get the full range of motion, and do circles. Maybe do 3 circles in one direction, and then switch directions and go the other way. Again, quite simply, you can do this anytime. If you're standing up, just use standing as a mental cue to remind yourself to do a couple circles one direction and a couple circles the other direction. Because no matter what the position that you choose for most of your work, your spine does not like to be in one position all day. So moving it throughout its full range of motion is a great practice. Motion is lotion. The next one is push-ups. So if you have a standing desk, this is great because you can do a bunch of incline press-ups, or you could always do this against a wall. Real easy, just go against a wall, turn your hands out, and do a push-up. Try to get your hands a little lower than you think you should, and do maybe 10 of these. The thing I like about doing desk push-ups is it's a little easier than doing push-ups on the floor. So most people can do a lot more incline push-ups than you could on the floor. This way, you could probably get a set of 10 in, and you could do that a few times throughout the day. Work the upper body. And if you're starting to think, why are we doing upper body exercise for low back pain? Well, a push-up is a core exercise, an upper body exercise. It generally gets your endorphins going. It gets blood pumping throughout the entire body, which means we get nutrient delivery and oxygenation to the entire body. So get out of your head thinking that you have to do low back specific exercises for low back pain. In fact, research shows that general exercise is just as good as core specific training. So exercise your full body. It's a really good thing to do. Oh, not to mention, working out your upper body might help with neck tension that you might also have as a result of sitting at a desk all day. Next up are cat-cows and twists. So in your chair, it's really easy to take your hands to your knees, just slide back from your desk, and round your spine down. And then when you breathe in, hold onto your knees, pull your chest through your shoulders, arch the back, take a breath in, and when you exhale, round the spine. So we're just exploring nice flexion and extension through the spine. This is a really simple thing that you can do anytime, as much as you like, as you're sitting in your desk throughout your day. The other thing you can add to it is a nice twist. Very simple. Oh, and by the way, twisting is totally safe for your spine and really healthy to get nourishment, oxygenation, blood flow to the low back. So we want to take the hand across the body to the opposite knee and gently twist. Now, we don't have to wring it out and try to crack your back, although you could, as long as it doesn't cause pain. But what I like to do is take a big breath in, take my opposite hand and reach it, exhale and gently twist. And then we'll just rinse and repeat on the other side. Inhale, reach my opposite arm to my opposite leg, and exhale, gently twist to the other direction. Now just keep in mind, these bending and twisting activities at your chair can be very gentle or very deep. It depends on what your tolerance for movement is. So if you're having a very sensitive day and your back is in a lot of pain, your cat-cow doesn't have to be all the way forward and all the way back. It could just be a little bit of movement, just a little pelvic tilt forward and back. And your twist could just be a little bit of a turn through the shoulders and then a little gentle turn to the other side. Point is, you don't have to force it, but you should be exploring some range of motion. Now, the next exercise we're going to have to stand up for. Once you're standing, let's turn our attention downward. Now, you can use your desk for balance, but all we're doing is a calf raise. We're gonna lift those heels as high as you can, and we'll do as many of these as you feel comfortable doing. Probably about 10, maybe 15, even 20 calf raises. Now, the reason this could save your life is because as you sit all day, the blood is pooling in your calves. And if you do this for years and years, or even just for too long in a row, we can get blood pooling in the legs, leading to a deep vein thrombosis. A deep vein thrombosis, or a DVT, blood clots. And blood clots can lead to a pulmonary embolism, a very serious health emergency that you do not want to have. It's a form of stroke. So if we can get the blood pumping out of the calves back up to the heart, we are much less likely to form a blood clot and, well, you could potentially die from a DVT. So that's why it's so important to do calf raises throughout the day. If calf raises are too easy, you can switch to single leg calf raises, right? Just do one leg at a time and do as many reps as you can. And once again, I want to tell you, you can do full body exercise for low back pain. It doesn't all have to be about your low back. Exercising your whole body is good for your low back. Not to mention that with calf raises, we're getting blood flow and oxygenation to go in and out of the legs, which is going to help heal and repair those damaged nerves or muscles, those weakened muscles in the legs, as your muscles in your legs can get very weak if you have sciatica. So if you have sciatica, this is important so that we avoid atrophy in the leg muscles as you recover. But as I've talked about so many times in my videos, sitting, standing, posture, alignment, muscle imbalances, leg length inequalities, these things are not the cause of low back pain and sciatica. You deserve to have evidence-based education on what is actually causing your chronic low back pain and sciatica, because although these exercises that I showed you are great, they are not a complete solution because they are not holistic. It is not a biopsychosocial approach. We need to take a holistic approach to healthcare. So if you want a long-term solution, you need to understand the root cause of chronic low back pain and sciatica. I've made a video thoroughly explaining that for you, so be sure to watch that. It's going to appear on your screen next, the real root cause of low back pain and sciatica, and I'll see you there.